Sticky Noters, what's happening? So, yo, we are finally about to see the last archetype for Ashes of Creation, and that is the Summoner. Some people already got to check out the Summoner, but this is the official live stream showcasing the archetype. Now, I think that this live stream development update can put us in a pretty good position to see some things, because right now it could be good or it could be bad. Alright, so before we even get into it, I will say things have been very quiet in the Ashes streets lately. Now, that's not necessarily a good or a bad thing. The way I'm looking at it is like, yo, they're out cooking. I know a lot of people aren't really too happy with this phase, at least the start of it, and I can understand that. We are a bit strapped for some content right now, and it is tough to say the least. And I understand it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't. I get it. So let's see what they have to say about the upcoming stream. Our next development live stream is coming to you live on Friday, October 31st on Halloween. Okay, 2 o'clock Eastern time. Curious to learn more about the Summoner? Tune in for a complete Summoner archetype preview featuring the skill tree, key abilities, resource system, summoned vessels, and more. Yeah, so I think that this is a pretty much cut and dry stream. Like, you get what you get and we know what we're getting. So I've said this for a while for the archetype streams, whenever we get them. Going back to the tank when we got that at the beginning of 2023, yeah, that was at the beginning of 2023. They've gotten better and better over time. And I had said, I'm like, yo, if they do something similar that they did with the Rogue, the Summoner would look phenomenal. I remember the Bard showcase, and I thought the Bard showcase was phenomenal. I think right now with where they are and with how phase 3 is panning out, I don't think that this stream is gonna be anything that's groundbreaking, right? Because we've seen these types of streams before. So I think the best that they can do right now, to be honest with you, is just make a solid stream. If they make a solid stream, it's like, we know we're getting an archetype stream. I don't think anyone is expecting anything crazy. People know we haven't really been doing much during this phase. So I think that the best point of approach for them, I think that they have to focus on making a good stream, not necessarily because like, oh, the Summoner's gonna be great or whatever. To be honest with you, I don't even think people really care. I think that we're kind of so far gone past, you know, classes and everything, and it almost seems like a lot of people are burnt out, to be honest with you, and people are waiting and waiting and waiting for some more content, right? And I think that's why a lot of people, you know, including myself, I haven't been going super hard. I told you guys this a few videos ago. I think the general consensus, until we hear otherwise, is that there's probably gonna either be a wipe or a fresh start. So it's like, why go super hard with this, grinding the same way that we've been, when we can just wait for the fresh start? But I think that's exactly where the Summoner stream comes in, because I think this month they have a few options to do a few cool things. Number one is we get a really cool class showcase. Honestly, now the people that are really following Ashes, they'll be gassed. If we get a dope Summoner showcase, it's like, all right, cool, we get a cool showcase, they're showing us off the abilities. I'm gonna add this in though. We've been playing Ashes, we've been looking for things to do, people are mad, you know, not a lot of content, cool, whatever. This is the perfect opportunity for them to do some type of event. If you were around during phase 2, the beginning of phase 2 last year, I can't believe phase 2 was like a year ago. That's insane. Well, almost a year ago, excuse me. Wait, the day of this recording, I'm recording this a day before the year anniversary for Ashes being in Alpha 2. We've been in Alpha 2 for a year. I think this changes everything. I'm not gonna lie to you. Dude, we've been in Alpha 2 for a year. Oh, shoot. When this video comes out, it'll be the 30th. But yo, dog, we've been in Alpha 2 for a year. Let's run with that. I think some people are also frustrated. I think because it's already been a year, people probably are burnt out. And I think a lot of people probably overestimated what this process was going to look like. There have been things that haven't been met on Intrepid's side. We've talked about communication a lot in the past, and I know that's turned a lot of people away, and that's hurt a lot of people. Shortly after that, with us being in Alpha 2 for a year, I think that that people do want some content. I am banking on Harbingers showing out. If Harbingers doesn't deliver, I think that's going to be pretty detrimental. I don't think that's where they'll want to be. But I mean, look, this is a layup. October 31st, do some type of Halloween event. And that's what I was saying. Last December, if you were doing the buy orders, you got your node currency, you could get the Santa hat. Or Steven was just giving them out here and there. But I mean, bro, do a pumpkin head. I don't freaking know. Do anything. Something that's tied to your account. Just another type of community event. I think that could be cool. I don't know. It's unfortunate because I don't think this stream is going to be the underlining that is. I don't think the underlining of this stream is going to be about the summoner. I think people are going to watch it. They'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Some pets, some tanks. Mystic is thick.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I'm on the y'all. You guys are sick. I'm on y'all. I think that's what's gonna happen. And I think the focus is more so gonna be on where are we going, what are we doing for the rest of phase 3. And that's why I say, I think Harbingers really has to ball out. I think it will, but I do think it's coming with the wipe. I'm not necessarily opposed to that, to be honest with you. I do think it is tough though for the community when we do keep wiping. I understand it's part of alpha, but in terms of retaining people, getting them to do the same things over and over and over again, there's gonna come a point where it's like, I don't want to. That's why I say the showcase can be good and it can be bad. Because if it's good, it's like, hey, you know, boom, we got a Halloween event. Boom, we're giving you a sneak peek toward Harbingers. Boom, we're doing something, right? And I think that in today's society, like you have to be continuously feeling that content monster. You just have to be throwing stuff in front of your audience's face. Obviously, with us being an alpha, that doesn't help anything because the game is still being worked on. Like I said, it all depends on what we see. It all depends on what we see. I'm telling you right now though, if they just showed the summoner, if it's like, hey, this is the summoner, this is what we got, we'll see you next month, I don't think that morale is going to help anything in the community. I do think it's a bit unfortunate. I think that this is the driest things have been since the release of Alpha 2. I really do. Whereas with phase 1, we only got to play on weekends. Yo, during phase 1 was almost like having visitation rights to see your kids on the weekend.
What?
That's what it felt like. You only get to see your kids on the weekend. So you have to make every moment worth it. Phase 2, it's like, all right, bro, we're actually in here. It's lit. Two things here. It seems as if Harbingers was the real phase 3. And it also seems as if phase 3 is relying on Harbingers. Like I said, man, I really want Harbingers to be good. I'm excited for it. I think this is a layup for them. You know, the class streams, I think they've done phenomenal. Ever since we got the updated Ranger and the updated Cleric stream, they've just been bangers, honestly. So I have no doubt that this will be a great stream. I think the best way to say it is there's just more to worry about right now, right? Again, I think that's just the general feeling. That's just my thought. I'm still gassed to see the summoner. I want to see the summoner. Y'all want to see Mystic. I understand that. With November coming, it's like, all right, if Harbingers isn't good, what does the rest of the year look like for Ashes of Creation? But if the rest of the year doesn't look good for Ashes and Harbingers doesn't meet expectations, then what the heck does the beginning of 2026 look like for Ashes of Creation? I don't think it's terrible. I don't think we're in like a really bad spot or anything, but I do think some things need to be done. Like I said, it's just been kind of slow. Hopefully the summoner update can set us up to see Harbingers in the correct way. That's what I'm hoping. This is an archetype showcase. This is their bread and butter. They've all been gas. So I don't see how this doesn't set us up to bring us back to that glory. Hey man, happy 1 year to the Ashes of Creation Alpha 2. Personally, I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with the summoner, but like I said, they do gotta ball out. What are your thoughts though? Do you think it'll be just the summoner showcase, or should they be hyping up Harbingers dropping next month? Let your boy know in the comment section below. If you want to stay up to date with your boy, get on in the Discord, follow me on X, and follow your boy on Twitch. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.